I'm seeing more from a few gurus in our industry around this, $300 a user price point, right? I feel in the industry average, I think it's like 150, 200 seems very reasonable to me, especially as we look at what all is the value that we're providing. Nonetheless, I think this $300 user price point is unscalable. First and foremost, I don't see a lot of 50 plus person organizations signing up at that $300 user price point. I think they would really start to look at their budgeting and go, gosh, for $180,000 a year, I could hire a couple people. Maybe I want to look at the organization that way. So, I think this $300 user thing, and look, we've got some, right? But they're at the smaller business level. They're at that kind of micro customer level. And there's a lot of businesses at that, maybe 5, maybe 10 user size. And so there's a market there, right? There are a lot of businesses in kind of that micro size. But I just don't think it's scalable in the long run. And for me, I don't think it's scalable to build a business based on 100 5-person organizations, right? Because then you have 100 clients who all have an ISP, who all need a firewall, who all need these different kind of things, but there's only 5 users. And then there's only, even at that $300 price point, $1,500 a month to work with. Conversely, we could go to a 50-person organization and charge $9,000, and then everything across those 50 people standardized, more efficient, right? And that's only one customer who's worth $9,000, right? And I just think that if we tried to build an entire business, entire IT business, are we going to find 100 clients with these 5 users that are all similar and we can standardize on and we can charge $300 a user? I think not in the long run. And so this $300 user price point, while sounds sexy and very profitable and exciting, I just don't think it's scalable. Charging $300 a user, I don't think is that difficult either. As IT people and as engineers, we often go into a sales opportunity and we talk about all the different things, right? The facts and features and the benefits and all these different things. If we go in and we scan or audit the network and we really look at what that organization might be lacking or what's wrong from a technical perspective, and we talk about the risks for that owner, for that buyer, for that president of that company, they're going to clearly understand and they're going to have fear, as they should, of, oh my goodness, this could really impact my business. This could shut our business down. Okay, now I'd like to talk about what it would take to fix that, right? And we can sell $300 a user, right? They can understand that. They can get that, right? But I think in the long game, this isn't going to be scalable, right? It's how are we going to justify, charging $15,000 a month when there's 100 other places that would charge less? That, granted, there are a ton of shops that do not live up to the expectations. But if we could come in there and we've got size and stature and we have, 100 other customers with great referrals and great references, and we answer our phones and we're not charging for projects and we do things on an infinite support level, on and on and on, and we have this great value stack and we charge $200 a user, then again, this $300 a user model is just probably not scalable. But from the guru's perspective, and if they can charge you, $5,000 to educate you on how to go get this once, twice, or 5 times, maybe that's what it is. But I would encourage everyone who's actually in this industry, day in and day out, running their business, to really look at this $300 user thing and decide what's right for you and what's right for the customers.